This movie tells a story about a young woman who's trapped in an abusive relationship and becomes the unwitting participant in an intervention staged by her two closest friends. First of all, this movie explores very important issues that are overwhelmingly specific to women. It's easy to judge when it's not happening to you, and this movie is a wake-up call not only for those experiencing abuse to reach out, but for those around them to be alert and learn to spot the red flags that are so easy to miss. So good number of viewers will potentially relate to this film on a more personal level. Unfortunately, this movie is mediocre. The actors do their best with this story of friendship and abuse, but the material makes for a tough transition from page to screen. The movie should have been more concise, as it's really uneven and simply unremarkable. We are emphatic to Alice's struggle, but the film doesn't hold as much interest as it could. The movie takes its time getting to the point where all of the women are on the same page. After a while, however, it's tough not to get frustrated at the script, which painstakingly drags everything out. The film's sluggish pacing is totally unnecessary. There are many scenes of Alice pulling out her own hair, which is repetitive and simply too many. Her rambling around in the woods is completely unrealistic as well. There's a subplot involving a missing girl in which they join the search parties for the girl that feels airdrop from another movie. It feels like filler and adds dead space instead of tension, and like it was inserted to pad out the already slim 90-minute runtime. It's difficult to note what the case is meant to tell us without pulling our attention away from Alice's narrative. As Alice becomes more interested in the case, its purpose feels even more obscure. This storyline probably serves as a heavy-handed metaphor that's tacky and obnoxious, suggesting that if Alice doesn't leave Simon, she will end up murdered in the woods someday too. It's off-putting, and it overshadows the rest of the film. Those minutes could have been better spent with the three main characters, whose friendship in the movie suggests that strength in numbers can be a way out for women trapped in abusive relationships. The solidarity among the women is crucial as the plot comes to its cathartic confrontation with Simon. Unfortunately, these friendships that provide the story's essential pivot points feel significantly less lived in than Alice's inner conflict over her relationship. The opposing roles that the women play in the eventual intervention feel schematic, and their history as friends less apparent than their function as supporting characters. In the end, when all's said and done, this movie is really missing emotional impact. The themes are absolutely important, but with its overt messaging and by the numbers filmmaking, this movie feels really mediocre. We do not recommend this movie at all.